Hello, I'm Jonas Guffey, and today for my project I'm going to be talking about successes and achievements, the similarities, the comparisons of the definitions, and what they mean to me in my life. In this chapter, we are given the two definitions of achievement and success, this chapter being chapter 3. Um, Achievements they describe as something that is accomplished, an endeavor, a courage or skill. These are the things that it takes, of course, to reach these achievements, and it's a result of effort. You start something and you complete something, right? It's a goal you had, and thus you achieve that goal. Success is more fluid. It can be reflected in a personal, familial, recreational, spiritual, financial, physical, or other aspect of your life. It's something that it's kind of a bar you reach and strive to live by, not necessarily accomplish and move on or build from. So, something that I have achieved in my life, to follow the prompt, of course, something that I've achieved in my life is state championship. I run cross country, and I've been fortunate to be very successful on the state level. I have two state championship rings and several medals. They're all kind of jumbled up, but those are things that I worked very hard through since middle school to try and achieve, and I ended up getting them my junior and senior year. I'm very proud of them. One of the ways that my achievement has impacted me is, that's the reason I'm at Cleveland Community College. I had alternate plans for the fall semester, and, this pandemic stuff really kind of got in the way of that. But because I was a successful runner in high school, I was still given the opportunity to run at Cleveland Community College and further my education through at least this fall semester and have a chance to compete on a regional and possibly even the national level come this fall season. So let's talk about success. I think that success is very well defined in Chapter 3 as fluid, more of a state of being, and as a compilation of your components of being, if you will. I think that the Boy Scouts of America, the Scout Law, I am an Eagle Scout, so I'm very familiar with this, but I think it gives very good key definitions of success, the components that are going to build up to a successful person, man, whatever you want to say. And it goes, a scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. So these 12 points, kind of broken down, would break down what success means to me. Trustworthy, I want to be someone that someone can trust. Loyal, I want to have that responsibility of trustworthiness and thus be recognized for. I want someone to know, hey, I can depend on him because he understands and will be there for me. Helpful, I want people to see me as helpful. I want to be a guy that someone can go to for help. Courteous, it's nice to be nice. Kind, again, nice to be nice, but more than that, to be generous and have that good heart. Obedient, well, sometimes you gotta do what you're told. Cheerful, I like to be happy. Thrifty, you gotta be good with money. Healthy, wealthy, and wise, as they say. That's one of my goals, right? I want to be wealthy. I want to be successful. That's one of the states of success. It's not a necessary one, but for me, I'd really like to be wealthy. Brave, you gotta have courage sometimes. Stand up for what you believe. Or I would like to, at least. Clean, there has to be a purity of mind and soul, I think, for my personal definition of success. And that goes along with the last point, reverent. My spirituality is very important to me. I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and I'm planning to leave on a 2-year mission soon. That'll kind of mark one of my first steps towards the rest of my life and the rest of my progress in my religion and my spiritual growth. And so I think that those 12 points together really make up how I want to focus the success of my life, how I want to kind of angle myself, right? And I think it's worth mentioning that often we will compare our success to the success of others. And that's not necessarily what needs to happen, right? My definition of success, of course, it does lean heavily towards the spiritual side, but maybe someone else doesn't feel that way. Maybe theirs is more physical, right? Their material wealth, or maybe that's their primary focus, and that's okay. It's just not what my primary is. And last but not least, how does my definition of success differ from our popular culture's definition of success? I don't think it differs too much. I think a lot of us, like I said, the mantra healthy, wealthy, and wise, I said that earlier. I think that's something that a lot of people try to live by, right? We have all these institutions for higher education. We often hear people talking about, I want to be better. They have aspirations, whether that's for success. And honestly, we get to our successes, become successful through achievements. I think that's one of the points of this lesson, was to show they go hand in hand while slightly different. And yeah, I don't think my definition is too far off from what popular culture has theirs as. Maybe that's because I am formed by popular culture. I am a member of culture, so perhaps that's why it's been shaped similarly. But maybe that's just, I don't know, a coincidence and common interest. So, ultimately, while my definitions of success and achievements may not be the same as someone else, and I know that my accomplishments may not be the same as someone else's, they are important to me. And I think that's one of the more important things about judging your success. Are you happy with where you are? Not with where someone else is or where you are compared to someone else, but where you are based on what you can be and your potential.